G'day viewers. Hey America, I honestly don't think you realise how weird the majority of the world thinks it is to see a headline suddenly like armed militia, patriots, seize federal property, declare authority of federal government, invalid, willing to kill or be killed. That is some strange fucking extreme shit. But because they happen to be white, it appears nothing's gonna happen to them, at least not straight away, although some of the communiques out are more than a tad provocative. So we won't, say nothing bad will ever happen to them. But look, setting aside their motivations and who they are, I cannot think of a more stark example of white privilege, how it exists generally and in America specifically, than this. This is not saying that the Bundy family and their sympathisers are racist as such. I don't know enough about them. This is not saying their action is racist. This is saying that they appear to just take for granted the level of privilege they have just because they're white. I mean, think of the big conservative fear-mongering that's been happening for the last couple of years. If anyone non-white did anything vaguely like this, hell, if a group saying they were Black Lives Matter barricaded themselves in a park and said they're not moving and they're armed and willing to kill or be killed, what the fuck happens next? What would the brain fart brigade on Fox News be saying? They wouldn't be calling them patriots, would they? And God forbid anyone Muslim, like even not seizing anything, just locking themselves in a mosque and saying we're armed and stay away because we're willing to kill or be killed. People would lose their fucking minds. These are heavily armed guys deliberately antagonising the government. These are the same people who, when they had this bullshit about wanting to freely use land for their cattle grazing, were pointing high-powered rifles at federal officials. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, honestly, I'm not even saying I would necessarily disagree with their stance if you take away the whole guns and threatening death and murder, but I just can't wrap my head around people just going, oh yeah, they're patriots, that's just a thing. It's like, if everyone can't do it, it's not very fucking fair, is it? And if you're just blithely sitting there going, patriots, but if anyone apart from these white guys did it, you go, terrorism, criminal thugs, there is something fucking wrong with you. I've already had someone say that Black Lives Matter was more antagonistic to the government because there were riots. First, just for a by-the-by, riots that happened weren't like sponsored by Black Lives Matter. I personally think they're a bad fucking idea. I don't think anyone wins particularly out of those things. But it wasn't the Black Lives Matter movement officially rioting and equating that to a heavily armed group deliberately antagonising the government, saying they will kill people if they don't get their way, and going on with this deranged fucking masturbatory fantasy about free citizens and patriots will flock here and will it's just like, they are literally fucking saying we are going to be violent separatists who will murder anyone from the government who tries to stop us. On what fucking planet is that acceptable? Look, and if you're tapping away, just file this in your tiny fucking rattling pea-sized brain that's bouncing around in that thick fucking skull of yours. I think you're a fucking moron. No, I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to engage with you because you're utterly fucking contemptible. I was going to start being calm because I was just going to say, you know what? I have no idea if these guys are good or bad, but the white privilege thing is fucking astounding. And then I just thought, what always fucking happens, fuckwits out of the woodwork. You know what? I fucking hate you. You're beneath contempt. Fuck off. But yeah. Oh, and in case anyone's going, oh, you're saying they should all be killed for taking a stand. No, actually, if I was in a government position, I would be doing a whole bunch of fucking nothing right now. I would be waiting to see, seriously, where are you guys going with this? What do you think is going to happen? There is no way I would rush to any extreme reaction to it. Not least because they have deliberately chosen a quite out-of-the-way place that would make it difficult, and it would just be tactically a really bad fucking idea to do anything extreme straight off the bat. But yeah, I hope this just does resolve, and these guys make a point, and nothing bad happens, and everyone can feel great that they were patriots, and they stood up. I'm not particularly a huge fan of the US government, or any government, quite honestly, but I'm really not a fan of fuckwits with guns who don't recognise the privileges they have that nobody else does.